Alexa, turn it up to 7.
All the promise when I make, it's gonna be like saying I fake. Where the money, where the food, everybody want it. Since you come, the tears are playing. We don't tire to complain. I see the part where you've been doing. Nothing I keep that into you. 97% to 5%. You know we talk like president. Who Nigeria with sentiment. I take your office to revenge. Oh yeah, now, all the Buhari. We dey beg you. Make Nigeria no go scatter for your head. That's true. After the election, where them do. Still they wait to see the change. All the promise where them make. It's gonna be like saying I fake you. Where the money, where the food. Nigerian people want it food. But since you come, the days are paid. We don't tire to complain. No employment for the youth. And security no improve. Inflation don't hit the roof. Still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah, my brother, this change now yawa. We don't do this suffer. Bring up for Nigeria. Oh yeah, my sister, this coming now yawa.
Alexa,
Don't do this suffer. Bring up for Nigeria.
Alexa, turn it down to 2.
We still wait to see the change.
Good morning from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun Live. Again, share the broadcast. Share as you are joining. Share on every platform you know. On every page you are a member of. Invite everyone that needs to be here. And those who don't even want to be here, drag them down. They can leave us after this message. So read the caption of the broadcast. Alarm don't blow. It don't happen. It don't shell. The wars don't happen. And we will say it the way it is. It doesn't matter if you are offended or if you are angry or if you feel like we don't have emotion for what we are going to say. But I am going to take you through a journey. Alexa, turn it down to 0. Thank you. Now, I'm going to take you through a bit of a journey. Why feeling sympathy or having empathy for them is by choice. Let me use that word. It's by choice. You can feel like, well, I really feel sad for him. Oh, I really feel sad for his family. Oh, I really feel sad for her family. I'm talking about the politicians who saw or should have seen today but failed to act. And now everyone is in danger, including themselves. So you shouldn't be dragged into feeling emotionally attached to them. You must never allow anyone to drag you into feeling sorry for them. It should be by choice. If you feel like feeling sorry for them, good. If you don't, great. But I'll tell you why you must not feel sorry for any of them. From Buhari down to the local government councillor in your local government. Why you must not feel sorry for them. They are animals. And they should be quarantined. You must not feel for them as humans because they are not humans. They are animals. The worst of it. I'll tell you why. Nigeria has no medical system. We keep talking about this every now and then. You all know about it. You know it. I know it. They keep budgeting billions and billions and billions in hundreds of billions for themselves. To buy themselves cars, pay themselves, ridiculously unbelievable wages. We all watch, we sit down, we scream, we laugh. I mean, we talk, we scream. Do this, do this. There will be a time that, what if there is no more, free entry into the rest of the world? One day, what would you do? You have left Nigerians, the poorest Nigerians, to their fate. They are trapped, more or less like trapped in the country. But you, who can always fly out even when they have a cold, they fly out for test, for treatment. They call Nigerian doctors quacks because they've made them obsolete. They've made sure that Nigerian system, as brilliant as so many of our Nigerian doctors are, or medical practitioners are, the politicians ensured over the years, they ensured the underdevelopment of that sector and turned majority to quacks. Some of our students who are science students, today, they are scientists in different clubs, mixing different drugs together for everyone to get high because the system has sort of discarded them. Some of our scientist students, biological students who graduated with better grades, who could have contributed greatly to discoveries of different medical breakthroughs in Nigeria. Many of them are now fashion designers. Many of them are now essays to different governors and to different political office holders. Some of them are now Okada riders. Many of them are now, in fact, traders. So many of them who spent years, who could have developed, who could have fixed that country. Politicians, because they had alternative. They could fly abroad. They could get it in the twinkle of an eye. They can get anywhere they wanted, anytime they wanted, because they are like the real citizens of the world. Now, everyone need to go back to home. Many of them are now as trapped as Nigerians they have failed to plan for because they never thought they would ever need this. Aso Rock budget. There's a place called Aso Rock Clinic. They call it clinic, but it's a place that swallows billions every year. Billions. When Buhari came to power, the first budget for Aso Rock Clinic was over 3 billion naira. The second year, which was 2016, Buhari's government budgeted over 1 billion for Aso Rock Clinic. In 2017, Buhari's government budgeted over 2 billion for Aso Rock Clinic. In 2018, Buhari's government budgeted over 2 billion for Aso Rock Clinic. In 2019 budget again, the Buhari's government budgeted over 3 billion for Aso Rock Clinic. Are you not going to be so shocked? Well, you will not be shocked anyway, but yeah, now you know why you shouldn't feel sorry for them. They have let's even say, just to let you know that they don't really care about anybody. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about anybody. Coronavirus is going to teach everyone a lesson. The politicians will learn if they want to. You, the voters, you will learn hard way if you would want to. Because you know what will change? It's going to be obvious to all of us that God, it's not God that will come and save you. It is when you have human beings who are not as greedy, as selfish, to even be so greedy to themselves. They budgeted billions. The purpose of budgeting billions for Aso Rock Clinic was because the president need first-class medical facility, but they still refused to buy it. In 2017, Aisha Buhari came out and said there is not even a syringe or paracetamol in Aso Rock Clinic. Meanwhile, presidential doctor works in Aso Rock Clinic, where people just go to go and do BP check, to go and do anything. Meanwhile, Aso Rock Clinic should be like any London clinic, any of these UK hospitals. That's how Aso Rock Clinic should be. It should have everything that you can find almost anywhere. That's what it should be. If they are not selfish to themselves, if they are not greedy to themselves, they are more interested in buying properties abroad. They are more interested in, all this private jet and the rest of that. The fact that they are stealing the money from you to get themselves that they don't even care about themselves. Abba Kyari, they say Abba Kyari get cold. Do you know that Buhari has been coughing too? For those of you who think us not wanted to be dragged into your emotional nonsense, because that's what I call it. Don't drag us into your emotional nonsense. Some of us have seen it all. We have heard it all. Yesterday, over 70 Nigerian soldiers were killed. Where is your emotion about that? Why are you not on social media feeling sorry for them? Why do you have to be so concerned about those who are calling out Abba Kyari, those who are calling out those politicians who are the carriers, the politicians who stole your money abroad? In the process of them monitoring their money, their stolen wealth abroad, they caught coronavirus, they are bringing it back home to you, and that is a fact. So do not blackmail us into it's a global virus. We know it's a global virus, everyone will get it. But who are those, the real carriers now? Who are those who are the top carriers now? Your loose politicians. Yes. So you shouldn't feel sorry for any of them. Many of them are running away. They don't want to do the test. 35 of them, lawmakers, National Assembly members, 35 of them returned from UK just about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They are in Nigeria now. They've met so many people. They've met all their girlfriends, all their concubines, so everything. They've met their cook, their driver, and the rest of that. They are running away from tests. That's why you are hearing 42, 44. If they should screen all of them, if they should all volunteer to be tested, you will be shocked. So don't feel sorry for them. Despite, another reason why you shouldn't feel sorry for them is this. We have seen all the photo ops. I've shared some of them with you. Some of the states who are saying that they are ready for coronavirus. Do you want me to be honest with you? They are not ready. Nigeria is not ready for coronavirus yet. And I will let you know why too. But before we get on to that, the worst don't happen. Are you with me? The worst don't happen. Buhari, that they are saying is negative. Buhari is not negative. But don't worry yourself. You will never know Buhari's results for national security reasons. So the best they can say is for national security. So which I understand very well. That is why I am going to let you know that Buhari is not negative of coronavirus. That is something you should have to hold in your hand. And the reason why you have to hold it in your hand is this. Coronavirus is not like INEC. You can't rig the result. Again, maybe I should come back a bit so that you will know that what I'm about to say now is not actually wishing anybody dead. We are all going to die anyway. So what's the fuss about being dead or wishing anybody dead? We are all going to die. So what's a big deal? But I am not wishing anybody dead in any way. But let's move back a bit. Coronavirus is not a death sentence. Remember that. So that you don't think once they say someone is positive of coronavirus, then they are going to die. No. That's complete lie. Coronavirus or catching it or having the symptom is not a death sentence. The reason why you have to really follow all the instructions, the advices and all the information out there from experts is simply because you can at least be in the know, especially in the area of social distancing. Okay, so coronavirus is not a death sentence. So even if Buhari have coronavirus, doesn't mean that it's going to die. But Nigerian government, they are so good. Well, I hope they handle it well. But Buhari is not negative. And the reason why Buhari is not negative are as follows. When Abba Kyari returned from Germany, he went to Germany to have a meeting with the Germans. I think the German electricity something, you know what I mean? So they went to talk about Nigeria electricity in Germany. So when Abba Kyari left Germany
and arrived in Nigeria. Abba Kyari had to go and report to the president. He's the chief of staff to the president. He had to go and report to him about the meeting in Germany. So he met with the president severally that day, and he's been meeting with the president ever since that day as well, to the point that even the president himself, Buhari, sent Abba Kyari to Kogi State to go and represent him at Yaya Bello's mom's Fridal prayer. And you know the politicians, only God knows how many people he shook, how many people he hugged, how many people he spoke with one-on-one. Only God knows that, because yes, we have managed to trace some of this. And just to give you a bit of a picture of what this is, it takes one man to infect thousands. Abba Kyari is positive after this, right? So Buhari sent him to Kogi State to represent him. He was there for hours. When the Police Inspector General of Police, Police Inspector General of Police, Police IG, when he was, when they were doing his son's wedding, Abba Kyari was there. And you saw the picture of Maiyegun's diary, didn't you? Abba Kyari was sitting in the middle. Aliko Dangote was sitting next to him. Bello Masari, the governor of Katsina State, was sitting next to him. And so were other people, right? Buhari himself was out few times, where in fact, not until 3 days or 4 days ago, Buhari was still receiving visitors because they are doing temperature check for people. Abba Kyari developed constant coughing, if that's the right word, or frequent coughing. So he was coughing, intermittently, to the point that he got to the frequent ones until it became a thing of concern. So that was when they now felt like, wow, this thing may be real low. Because I'm not feeling well. I can't feel my body very well. I'm feeling all tired and I've been coughing. Only God knows how many people he's already coughed into their faces because they can't even talk. It's the chief of staff. Abba Kyari met, you remember when they were about to kick out Oshiomole as the APC chairman. And there was a meeting after Tinubu wrote his letter where he said people are suffering from 2023 virus, which is worse than coronavirus. 2 days later, Tinubu, Oshiomole, and the rest of them, they met with Abba Kyari inside his office, next to the office of Buhari in Aso Rock. And the former constituted authority of Oyo State, Ajimobi, was there too. When they finished the meeting with Abba Kyari, and Abba Kyari put a call through to Tanko Technicality, the plane driver, Babalawo Ife, Chief Justice of Nigeria, to ensure that Oshiomole had an easy way. They spent hours with Abba Kyari in his office. After that, they moved to Buhari's office to brief him and say, it's like we have settled, everything is fine now. We are going to settle out of court. So there's going to be an announcement. Oshiomole can continue. So Oshiomole met with Abba Kyari. Tinubu met with Abba Kyari. Ajimobi met with Abba Kyari. And all these people also met with Buhari. So if they tell you that Buhari is negative, they are saying so because of national security. Let's respect that. But you know that coronavirus is not like INEC. You cannot rig it. When the results come out, they will shout. That is why Aso Rock is now on fire. Aisha Buhari has taken over. I'm going to be bringing it down for you to have an idea of how big this is. For those who might not understand, coronavirus is not an immediate death sentence. In fact, from record, people recovered more from those who were infected, right? Who were down with the virus. 98% of them recovered so far. There's a 98% chance of recovery. So which means that it is not a death sentence. But let us be honest with ourselves, so that if you want to pray, you will know where to direct your prayer. Some people say maybe they swap the results. I don't care. But they will never tell you if Buhari's test is positive, and you should know why. Okay, it's for their national security, which is ideal anyway, but they are not honest. So now, among other people who met with Buhari and other carriers, here is another one that you can understand. Another traveler from Germany, who happened to be the governor of Bauchi State. He had a meeting inside the Nigerian embassy in Berlin on the 12th of March 2020. On the 13th of March, he returned to Nigeria. On the 16th of March, he was at the National Center. I don't even know how they always put all these their acronyms together. NCDC. I think it's National Center for Disease Control. Probably I'm right, but help me if I'm not. So the governor, when he got to Nigeria, he met with the chairman, the director, the managing director, the chairman of the NCDC. The chairman of NCDC himself, who just returned, listen to this, on the 16th of March. The chairman of NCDC himself, also who just returned from China a day before, which was March 15, met with the governor who returned from Germany on March 13. Met the governor who returned from Germany on March 13 on the 16th of in their office in Abuja on the 16th of March. So they had a meeting. They discussed about coronavirus, how they are working to control it. Meanwhile, they are carriers themselves. They did not isolate themselves. The governor was going about his normal businesses. He was doing his thing, doing his state business. In fact, meeting the NCDC chairman was one of his official duty when he returned from Germany. So he met with the chairman, and he was doing his. We don't know how many people he's had contact with. We don't know how many people are currently carriers in Bauchi State right now. But as it stands, it is the governor of Bauchi State that brought coronavirus to Bauchi State. Again, there is no stigmatization, but it's good to point this out, because if they are sensible enough, they will know the right thing to do. When he got to Nigeria, 3 days after, he met with another one who returned from China. They had a meeting with the committee. They discussed, they took group pictures. They did the normal, and everybody went their way. 2 days later, he met Atiku's son, who was returning from Dubai at the airport. While he was about to board a plane to Abuja, the governor, he wanted to board the plane to Abuja. So he met Atiku's son, who was coming back from Dubai, because that one felt like he had this symptom. According to Atiku now, let us be fair. I'm quoting what they said now, themselves. So Atiku's son was returning to Nigeria because he felt that he had it. And there is no point in spreading it. So therefore, he was to get to Lagos, then Lagos to Abuja, then he was going to self-isolate, which was a great idea. But they met. We don't know if Atiku's son had it when he met with Bauchi Bala Muhammad, the Bauchi state governor. But they met, they shook hands, they spoke, they discussed. Probably they even discussed about everything during the flight. So yesterday, 2 days ago, in fact, let's go back a bit again. On the 21st of, that's about 3 days ago, on the 21st of March, when the news of the first case in Nigeria, or the first death and the rest of that came out, the governor also came out to say he just did a test, and the test was negative. So many people rushed to governor's office. They embraced him. They jubilated. They celebrated. They were happy because last, the man no get coronavirus, which is great. Great news. 2 days after that gathering, another result came out that the governor has COVID-19 virus. Yeah, he has coronavirus. So, can we then tell those who rushed to the governor's office to embrace the governor and shouted, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, Allah, Alhamdulillah, Akbar, Akbar. They should go on self-isolation now because the governor is now positive. On the 14th of March, the cream de la cream of the society, of the political society of Nigeria were gathered in London. They were having a party, a birthday party for the High Commissioner, the Nigerian ambassador to the UK, Ambassador Oguntade. Baba Kepe o, te ba nwo mi. I hope you are on your own self-isolation right now. And I hope you have reached out to all your guests. Those of them who came from Nigeria, those of them who came from London, those of them who came from all over. Have you informed them that many people who attended that meeting in London, one of them don't die? That is the first case of coronavirus in Nigeria, the first death. The man that died in Nigeria of coronavirus is also a creme de la creme of Nigeria society. But he had an underlying health situation. He had diabetes and he had other things like that is going on right now with him, that was going on with him. And, eventually when they returned to Nigeria, they did all they could. In fact, I was told again that, in fact, the NCDC did their best and they took him to Guadalajara. Guadalajara. I keep mixing that up. Why? So they took him to Guadalajara in Abuja, but he couldn't make it. So, Mr. Ambassador, sir, Baba, I hope you are on your own self-isolation. If you are not, well, you are in the UK anyway, so you'll be. So from the pictures we gathered from that place, we saw some prominent Nigerians there too. In fact, Uncle D, Bob D, Gbondele Momodu, as usual, represented ovation well there, which is great, by the way. After the party, Dele Momodu flew to Nigeria. I'm going to start with him. There are other names I'm going to point to you. Dele Momodu flew to Nigeria to go and meet Emir Sanusi, the dethroned Emir of Kano. How many of you saw the pictures? You can see the way I'm connecting this whole thing together. It's just to give you an idea why their selfishness, their self-centeredness, their nonchalant attitude, their carefreeness, and on is about to endanger all of us. Yes. We'll take it bit by bit. Dele Momodu landed in Nigeria and he met with the dethroned Emir. He told us about it. He shared he shared a snippet from their conversation. And he told us to be expectant of something from Sanusi. But he left a gift that only time will tell. The governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, was at the party too. They were shaking. They were embracing each other. They were doing all the one thing, like normal, which is all right. But when they got to Nigeria, they were jumping from one TV to the other instead of them to be secluded in the government house guest room so that people will not even know you are there. The former governor of Ogun State, Chief Olusegun Oshoba Akerogo-Egba, you were at the party too. I don't know if you have returned to Nigeria yet, or you are still in the UK. Wherever you are, Baba, you are over 70 already. Isolate yourself right away. Politicians talks about billions. And they look at the rest of us as paupers, who don't understand how money works. Meanwhile, just before I come to that again, the facility they never put in place and why you must not feel sorry for them. You shouldn't feel sorry for any of them. They don't even like themselves. How can I be in control of resources like that of Nigeria and I am the president who has a serious health issue and I won't even build the best, the maddest hospital in Abuja, and I want people to call me selfish? And the people say, why can't you build it all over the country? We will build it all over the country. But first, I want one in Abuja where I know that I need one, and too many other people here. 10,000 bed hospital. How difficult do you think that is? But they are building a 1 million auditorium to gather people to pray against the coronavirus. They can't travel anymore. They are trapped. Gwagwalada is the new London. Have you heard? Have you heard that? Gwagwalada is the new London. Gwagwalada is the new Dubai. Gwagwalada is the new Germany. Gwagwalada is the new China. Gwagwalada is the new India. Gwagwalada is their only savior now. But guess what? Gwagwalada no get facility. Gwagwalada no get bed. Gwagwalada no get ventilator. Gwagwalada no get doctors. And I'm saying this simply because that is what politicians have done to Gwagwalada. I am not disrespecting the genuine, patriotic, dedicated staff and the people of Gwagwalada Hospital. It is not for you, okay? The slide is not for you. It's for the criminals who never saw you valuable before. Today, you are the most valuable in Nigeria because Gwagwalada is the new London. Does that make sense? Gwagwalada is the new London. Now, every doctor in Gwagwalada Hospital now is a hero. Wherever he goes now, if he says, hey, let's sit down, you will sit down. Abba Kyari has been taken to Gwagwalada. If you never hear him, you have heard it on Maiyegun's diary now. Aisha Buhari don't send them out of Aso Rock. They found him positive. They found that, Abba Kyari has infected the president. Now they are watching Buhari like Buhari is now like being watched every minute now as you and I are talking. They sit around him now watching him, observing him, checking his temperature, checking his blood, checking his bleeding, checking everything, talking to him so that he's responding. Aso Rock is on fire. Yes, it is. There is no ventilator in Gwagwalada. The entire Aso Rock clinic, as I have been told, only has one ventilator, and it's for Buhari. That's why Pastor Ruga quickly ran for his life. Who won't die? They know the truth. Oshibaju. Oh yeah, Jadano. If now you go wait. Then give her one abandoned room inside Aso Rock if you get meeting. The guy was like, well, if I have to come out of this cell where I lock myself, you must give me face mask, and I don't get time. Even Oshibaju run. Everybody don't run. They don't take Abba Kyari out. So many people, Garuba Shehu, the garbage Shehu that we talk about. You go here, win. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't ever feel sorry for them. They deserve it not. The same thing that is happening in Aso Rock. No drug, no goodies, no instrument, no this, no that. It's the same thing many of you are dealing with across Nigeria. So what makes them different? If you have any sympathy, if you get sympathy where you get left, don't waste your sympathy. Give it to those people. Give it to your fellow people who they have abandoned for years. Now, they are trapped the same way you are trapped. They were traveling about like birds. You couldn't go anywhere. You are drinking agum, you are drinking agoba, you are drinking agbojedi because you think agbojedi is the reason why you are having backache. You need to do this, do that to survive. Why they go about sleeping in a very conducive room where they are getting their body checked, and they can think and dream of how to enjoy your money, how to spend the money, how they need to celebrate their next birthday. Oh, you know all of that. Why you are busy running after agbojedi in old up to survive? They say, oh boy, this headache. Now, only in Nigeria, you hear someone tell you, say, malaria is my sickness. The only sickness I always get is malaria. I don't always sick. Ask people. Ask my mom. She'll tell you, my sickness is malaria. How can malaria be your sickness? How can they conform you into that and you agree to that? So don't feel sorry for anybody. They've sent him away. They are planning to bring him to Lagos. He's no longer in charge. Aisha Buhari, Adamawa bomber girl, don't take over. They put Buhari inside one room now. Okay? They put him inside one room. They are monitoring him. But you know they are so foolish and stupid that it was because of their nonchalant attitude. That is why they put all of themselves in danger too. When we are shouting this coronavirus, garbage Shehu, the one that is always spewing garbage from his mouth, he came out to tell us, all newspaper headline in Nigeria today are talking about coronavirus. They are not coronavirus. They are not talking about malaria. With Pataki. He himself don't get coronavirus, but he's not going to put. Now, Aisha Buhari is now forcing everybody in Aso Rock now that if you want to remain in Aso Rock, they just sacked one guy. Appointed by Abba Kyari. Since Abba Kyari, they told us that Abba Kyari's condition was getting better, right? They said he was just coughing mildly. That's what they call mild coughing. Oh boy, you don't change. They don't change them for him. You don't change already. There's no. You don't nearly turn pink. Turn orange. Now, before you know it, it will turn red. So because of this, they say everyone in Aso Rock must go for test. By fire, by force. So, I'm not saying you should sit down there and wish that Buhari dies. You don't have control over that. None of us has the control over it. Okay? And another thing is, you must not also let yourself be dragged into feeling sorry for them. They deserve no sorry from you. If you have any sympathy, empathy in you, which is supposed to make you a human, give it to those who need it. 70 of our soldiers were killed yesterday. All of them now inside Aso Rock. Now, in another 1 week, alarm go blow. You will know that these guys were never prepared. They were never prepared. But they love the drama. Now, all the state governors in Nigeria should go for that test. ASAP. They met with Buhari. They met with Abba Kyari. Sanwo-Olu of Lagos met with Abba Kyari, met with Buhari. They should all go for the test. They have spread the virus in their different states. All of them. So when they go, before they even go for it, they should first stay away from public. You can use so many. This is social. I am here in my own kitchen. Though that gets some guys. What do you call it? Gets them a little bit hungry. Why are you always in your kitchen? Where's your governor? You get light. So you can talk to them anywhere. You can talk to your commissioners and the rest. Let them stay home. Stop spreading it. Ogun State governor. Someone should tell him. He watches me anyway. So and there are people from Ogun State government who also find time to also tune in. They don't like me. I don't like them too. But if you do the right thing, we'll be friends. It's unconditional. By the way. Bauchi governor met with Dangote. Dangote went on with his life. And at the end of the day, we have not heard Dangote self-isolating. If he's doing it, it's great. He should. And he should also go for test. Oshibajo is also staying away because he's met with Abba Kyari many times, and you will never know his own result too. They will tell you Oshibajo is also it's also negative, but however, they won't tell you. Okay, so what I'm saying here in essence is this: these people, the one that that singing clown, Dinomelaye, has been jumping about from one party to the other. MTV, what do they call it? Africa Magic Award that they did in Lagos a few days ago or thereabouts. I think it was last week. Those who attended that, what's it called again? MVP something. What's it called? That Africa Magic Award in Nigeria. Help me, because I know you guys are so updated, even more than me. Give me the name of that their party in London. In Lagos, where they gave themselves, they were wearing different clothes, they were wearing all this funny stuffs, right? What's the name of that program? Yeah, party after party. So they were there. All of you who went to that party, you should be home right now, self-isolating. One of the guys who attended the same thing when he returned from UK, the guy don't test positive. And let me tell you this again. You see all these things, one thing about coronavirus is that it currently has no cure. They are trying everything to fight it. Most of those who recovered, that's why you are hearing the name chloroquine, this and that. They are not saying you should go and buy chloroquine and start using chloroquine. Don't go and buy chloroquine to use. You can only be given such. Now, listen to this. This is very important. In fact, it's very important. Let's talk about it. You have heard about different drugs, and there are people who are even suggesting drug, medicine or discoveries for coronavirus. Don't go and take any anti-coronavirus drug, if you have not done a test that says you have it too. Okay? Don't say you are using it to protect yourself so that you can't catch it. You will catch it and you catch something else. Don't destroy your kidney. Don't destroy your health simply because you want to be smarter. No, there is no drug. There is no medicine for coronavirus right now approved anywhere. What they are doing is that they call it a trial. Some of those who recovered were given some of these already existing drugs by mixing them together by some of these, those who actually battle the coronavirus. So there has been none approved, okay, for our use. Don't go and buy chloroquine. Don't give your children chloroquine because you want them to be protected from coronavirus. Don't. The only people that they give any treatment to for coronavirus, COVID-19, anywhere in the world right now are those who have been tested. So if you have not been tested, don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself before corona comes. That's a very good advice for you. And you should tell everyone too. Please don't go and buy chloroquine. I heard that people are going to the shops now to buy chloroquine. Don't go and buy any chloroquine. What they are saying is that it's part of the drugs they are trying, but it's not the only drug. There are many others they are trying too. When they are ready, they will tell us. Okay? And you can go and buy only if your doctor recommends it. Don't go and buy don't go and buy any drug and they say it works for coronavirus. So don't kill yourself. Instead of that, practice social distancing. Wash your hands every now and then. Stay away as much as possible. Make sure you don't sneeze to people's faces or people sneezing into your faces as well. That's why you have to stay away a bit. Okay? Coronavirus is not death sentence. It is not going to kill you right away. Okay? So please, let's reduce that panic. And same way as I was saying, do not feel sorry for the politicians. By now, you would have thought, another thing is this, they will never change. I'm not raising my hope on them. Even if they die, if many of them ended up dying from this pandemic, right, they will still not change. Some of them are still very much interested in their money, what they can steal, what they can get, even with this whole thing. When they know that they can die in the process of even stealing that money, they don't have heart, they don't have feelings, they don't have anything at all. You who has feeling, You are the one bothering yourself for them. Do not waste your border. Do not waste your sympathy. Do not waste your feeling on them. They are animals. They are worse than the worst animals you can come across ever. I'm here to see any worse animal than Nigerian politicians, and it's the truth. It's sad. They are so heartless, even to themselves. They think building the roads means poor people will be enjoying good road. Meanwhile, they will drive on the road too. That's how heartless and senseless they are. So you shouldn't feel sorry for anybody. Do not be dragged into feeling sorry for them. They deserve it not. But as for those Buhari things, Buhari didn't. The Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Onekaris, and then Ngozi Haris. Those obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons. And those Abrodian Mumus, which we call the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu Madus. Do not mind them. Let them write whatever they want to write. Alarm will blow very soon. And when the alarm blow, you will know that coronavirus is not INEC. You can't rig this. So, don't feel sorry for them because they are heartless, like I said. Have you heard any state governor telling you right now that they have ordered for thousands of beds, face masks, ventilators, and the rest of all those things needed, test kits? Have you heard any of them? They are all jumping from one TV to the other. They are relying on those prayer warriors telling them that they are covered by this blood or that water, Sam from Mecca, or blood of Jesus from Jerusalem. So they are also believing it inside them, and they are also thinking that they are immune from it too. Have you heard any of them? We have seen pictures. I have shared some with you. We have seen pictures of them 10 bed, 20 bed, 30 beds, because they don't think it's actually going to really, we will be fine. Can you not see that it's so slow? Can you not see that it's not spreading? So they are not ready. How much is 10 bed? I'm glad that so many organizations, so many individuals, they are putting resources together, which is great. Very great. They are putting resources together, giving supplies of face masks, supporting so many government agencies in different parts of the country. This is what we always do, which is great. But the politicians, they will not do that. You see, why you shouldn't feel sorry for them. They want to spend 5.8 billion to 30 billion to renovate National Assembly complex. They want to use $500 million to upgrade NTA. Do you know that $500 million, if Nigeria have that money right now, that will buy you these ventilators. It will buy you 20,000 ventilators. $500 million. So think about how many ventilators that will buy and supply to Nigeria. Do you think Nigeria doesn't have $500 million right now? Do you think we don't have $1 billion right now? And what are they talking about? What are they saying about that? Nothing. Jack Ma sent us face mask, test kit, 20,000 test kit. Sent us face mask of 100,000. Sent us something like about 1,000 other equipment, to help, combat and reduce the spread of the coronavirus. Nigerians are even worried. Politicians are going to keep it for themselves. They will think about themselves first too. Their family. You will be hearing a location. You'll be hearing someone sign this. They will say we need to take a box to Aso Rock, because they think about themselves first. In Italy, let me tell you about an incredible story that happened in Italy. Italy is on a lockdown, and you know about the bodies, the people people dying every day. You know about that. It has gotten to a stage whereby old people from 60 above are just left to die at home. That doesn't sound logical, but it seems to be the only option for them in Italy right now, and it's in effect right now. They say if you call ambulance in Italy right now, it may take you like 7 hours. If you call ambulance in France right now, it may take you like 5 hours before they come. And if you are 60 years and above, they won't even come at all, because there's too many people who need ambulances to get to the hospital because of the coronavirus. But something happened. There's a Reverend Father, if I am right, in Italy, who was on a ventilator to stay alive. Because to get to a point when the coronavirus gets a grip of its host, what happens is that you will be unable to breathe on your own. That's why you need a ventilator. This thing they will plug into your mouth and do that, and it will help you to breathe. So get air into your lungs and all that. That's what is called a ventilator. That's what will keep you alive while they wait and see if your temperature goes down, if if you improve or if you recover, and so on and so forth. So if you have any medical, underlying medical problem, so it may complicate it. It may slow down your recovery, and that's why some people died. So in the entire Abuja, they only have three. That's the only thing they have in Abuja. Maybe private hospitals may have some. But if you check them very well, you'll be shocked too that you may not find up to 20 in the entire Abuja, Nigeria capital. So what if we have how many cases? We have 46 cases now. 1 death, 2 discharged. So we have 43 active cases now. So in these 43 active cases, if we need to use a ventilator to keep them breathing, to stay alive, how do you think we are going to do it? Think about that. Because these guys are heartless. They don't think that. Aso Motors just announced that they will start producing or manufacturing ventilators now. That's the same thing. There are so many other manufacturing companies in the UK, all over the world, in America, in China, everywhere, all over the world right now. That's what they are doing. They are abandoning what they used to do to produce what will help the people, prepare them, because the government is ready to support them. What is Nigerian government doing for Aso Motors now? Aso Motors has volunteered to start the production of ventilators in Nigeria for the sake of this coronavirus. He has agreed to do it. He has agreed to shut down production of his cars and all of that, now to production of a ventilator, so as to prepare, because more people will need it. What is your government doing about it now? He said it's also going to produce so many other medical equipment to help, medical personnel and all of that, because this is like a windstorm. It's coming. It is coming. And by the time it lands, it's just going to be like, oh my God. That's if you'll be able to even say that at all. So your government is not doing anything about it. The politicians are not thinking straight. They think more about what they can get from the system and pretend to be doing it for you when they are not. So don't let anybody blackmail you. Don't let anybody tell you that you may be the next one getting the coronavirus. Coronavirus is not death sentence. If I get her, it no means I go die. If you get it, it doesn't mean that you're going to die. But you see, if the likes of Abba Kyari and Tinubu Buhari, if they get it, it doesn't mean that they are going to die as well. So nobody should blackmail you into reacting the way you want to react. React the way you want to react. If you tell God to kill them, if you do, no, you are not in control. Nobody is in control of their lives. I am not in control. The only thing you are in control of is how you live and what you leave behind. What is going to be Abba Kyari's legacy? What is going to be Buhari's legacy? So why should you cry for them? How many of you have lost your loved ones because there is no gas mask in the hospitals in Nigeria? How many of you have lost your fathers, your mothers, your loved ones, your children, simply because they couldn't get oxygen for you in the hospital? How many of you? So if anybody wants to blackmail you into expressing yourself, if you wish them dead, right? You have the right to wish them dead. They wish you dead anyway. They wish you all dead. You just don't have a clue. So if they fail to provide health care for you, if they fail to provide security for you, what are they wishing you? Prosperity, long life. Do you get prosperity and long life in bad health and in an insecure place? So they don't wish you well. But what I'm saying is this: Your wish is not what will make whatever will happen to happen. It is because of their incompetencies, their selfishness, their greediness. They never thought a day like this would come. But it's just starting. It's not yet there. You are not yet feeling it. In the UK, they said one person died. They said, hey, we have to try. Oh, 2 persons dead. There are 400 people infected, positive. Today, we have over 400 people dead in the UK. The UK government just decided to open 2 new hospitals with 2,000 bed hospitals. That's like 4,000 bed hospital to support the NHS in the UK. Why they are begging people to stay home. Please stay home. Please, so that you won't need hospital. You won't need to come to the hospital. Please stay home. Don't go out. They are doing that. And they are busy as well, providing alternative. In France, people are sitting down on the floor in the hospital. It is a total pandemonium everywhere, all over the world. Nigeria, we are celebrating 10 beds, 20 beds, taking pictures. I love sharing them because to me it's like, okay, yeah, they are putting effort. They are putting effort. When they should be busy right now, Mocha Foam, all those who are producing foams in Nigeria, all the companies producing foams in Nigeria, to quickly mobilize money for them and tell them to start producing a large amount of orthopedic, hospital beds in readiness. So that when this happens, maybe we'll convert National Stadium in Lagos to where people will be quarantined. You don't have an idea of what it is. I am here, I am saying it, and I can tell you, with what we know, your people are not ready, your leaders are not ready. So if they catch it, maybe that will bring sense into them, do something better, and protect millions of lives. In 30 days' time, if the social distancing in Nigeria is not practiced, 1.2 million people will be infected. 168,000 people will need hospital bed. 58,000 people will need ICU bed. Those are those that will be in critical conditions. This is not a prophecy. This is not a prediction. This is what will happen as long as you continue like this, pretending. Look at them. Look at all the ministers and all of them. Look at them. So things are happening, and they will continue to happen. Buhari is not negative. Again, I keep saying that, and I know why I'm saying that. They want to rig the result, Abi. Some said they swapped it. No wahala. Coronavirus results be like pregnancy. Like say when you get pregnant. Chioma, you don't pregnant? No, me, I'm a virgin. With this your yellow eyes, with this your white eyeballs. No, mama, I'm a virgin. Titi otiloyun. No, mama, I'm not pregnant. Okay. In another couple of weeks, the result will show. And we will see if those who are telling you not to wish them dead, not to wish them this and that, maybe then they will come to you and say, God is going to deal with you because you are the one who caused it. You didn't cause anything. You are just reacting. They have destroyed Nigeria to the point that, right? They don't care if it burns, but they never thought they would be inside when Nigeria will burn. Now they are inside. Everybody run. Everybody run. Fire. Everybody run. Fire. In the Aso Rock right now, it is run. Fire. Everybody run. Fire. Everybody scatter. Fire. Some people lost legs. Fire. Now so they go on inside Aso Rock right now. Some people go lost some eyes. Yes. Some people go lost some mind. Some of them go lost their heads. Some will lose their lives. Fire. And do not let anybody make you feel guilty of that. You didn't cause it. Their negligence, their incompetence caused that, not you. And you have every right to react however you want to react. Don't let Nigerians put things in your head and make you feel like, hey, what if now me? If now you, we will feel sorry for you. We will pray for you. We will support you as much as we can. So don't waste your sympathy and effort on them. They don't deserve it. They are animals. Evil animals. Aisha Buhari is about to take her own pound of flesh on the system. She's going to do it savagely. She's going to do it mercilessly. She's going to cash in on this. And the Mumumadus, the Mumumadus, they will always be heartbroken. Some of them are now, as usual, you remember when Buhari went to London and they were changing Buhari's body parts? Yeah, they're changing his body part to get him alive, to keep him alive and the rest of that. Change organ, change kidney, change all of this, change everything. They will even change his heart. Only God knows which person heart. Because some of you said, since Buhari came back from that operation in London, he's been very, very heartless and cold. Some of you said, Buhari, this is not Buhari. Buhari will not be this kind of so cold. When they are killing her, I say, oh boy, they don't change Buhari hearts. Only God knows which person heart. Maybe na Adolf Hitler heart, where them put inside their fridge, then put inside his heart. When I just begin. So, in fact, hang on. I'm reading some comments here as well. They are so funny. So Aisha will take charge, will take advantage of everything. She is in charge right now. She's already ordered the sack of the protocol officer. Protocol officer is also Abba Kyari's relative, as we were told. So protocol officer has been sent away from Aso Rock. They said jubilation erupted in Aso Rock this morning. And at the same time, Aisha Buhari, they wanted to create a small place for Abba Kyari inside the Aso Rock clinic. You go get some time where we say, oh boy, even the power itself, go fit talk anything again. They never know that power is transient. You and me go laugh. We go laugh then. We will laugh. We will dance. We will sing. When they finally destroy themselves, because we knew it. They didn't know that when Nigeria will burn, they will be inside. They are inside now. Don't wish them well. Don't wish them well. Let's be blunt with it. Do not wish them well, because they never wished you well. Aisha Buhari said they should send the leprous man out of Aso Rock. Now they have taken him to Gwagwalada. Aisha Buhari will not give them the private jets, the presidential jet to take him to Lagos. So they wanted to create a small, conducive, like Abba Kyari is the president. Meanwhile, the Buhari, Mr. Lifeless, they've locked that one. They've locked him up in the room. Aisha said they should go and lock this one. Go and lock this one up inside one place there, because he doesn't even understand. These guys they've exposed him. They know his health condition. They are telling him to meet this, meet that. They are doing all this madness. Now the man who is in charge giving the order, that one don't get off. We don't want to see him. Now take this mumu into that room, lock the door, and you see you, Abba Kyari, you have just 30 minutes to get ready. They are taking you to Gwagwalada. They don't take Abba Kyari to Gwagwalada this morning. There's no special treatment anymore. If anyone tells you that I'm making this up, tell them it's because it is so hard to believe. Corona, Uncle Koro, you know too well, you Uncle Koro. Hey, na so it be. You are in pain because you think this must not be true. Okay? It mustn't be true. But it is true. We will laugh at you. We will laugh at you. We will mock you. We will do everything. Because that's what you have been doing on the graves of Nigerians who have been killed by Boko Haram. Nigerians who have been kidnapped. The children who have been kidnapped by Boko Haram. Nigerians who have been killed by bandits. Nigerians who have been destroyed by the Fulani Asmen. All those that are being killed by SARS. All those that have been illegally detained and sent to prison by your corrupt church and all of that. You see, you have been dancing on them because you supported those who made that happen. So fuck you. We don't have any apology for you. We will dance. It's not because we want them dead. I don't want them dead anyway. But if you want them dead, now your own wish be that, not my own wish. But yes, they will be humiliated. The system they abandoned will humiliate them. It will destroy them one by one, because the system has been destroying millions of people, destroying dreams, destroying visions, destroying, dreams of young people in Nigeria. So what the fuck is wrong with you if we say the system should destroy Buhari, it should destroy Abba Kyari? Fly him to London now, get presidential power. Fly him now. So they come here to talk to us, to abuse us. When we say you get light, it's a very straightforward question, yes or no. You get light before you abuse me, before you call us names, before you say your God will do this or that. Your God cannot do no jack shit. And that's the truth. Because those you are even calling the God for, they don't know God. You calling God to punish people for them, you don't know God. So therefore, God is not stupid, as many of you, as those who support them. So mock them, but don't wish them dead. That's something you don't have control over. It makes you mean. It makes you cold like them. It makes you sort of selfish too. But for what they brought upon themselves, make it permanent. It shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. Like your pastors will say, it shall be permanent in Jesus' name. They brought it upon themselves, but they never thought they would be trapped in it. That's the irony of it all. So I would expect what do you call it? Different state governors right now, not playing lip services. Politicians, you would expect them now the same way they were sharing rice, they were sharing Ankara, they were sharing all of this during election. You would expect them that by now they should have started sharing test kits. They should be sharing face masks. They should be sharing hand sanitizers. Some of them could use their money to bring in trucks to sanitize their constituencies by spraying, disinfectants and all that in everywhere, every area. But they are not doing that. The Olori Burukus are currently hiding everywhere. They don't even want to do the test. And you're on Facebook asking us to feel sorry for them. Feel sorry for who? If they start dying, we will celebrate their death by the special grace of God. We will all die, so leave us to that. Okay? We know we are all going to die. But these ones, so that when this is over, when this whole thing is over, those who will survive, we hope they will then do the right thing. Fix your country. I know many of them who came to London in the last 2 weeks, who returned back to Nigeria from London in the last 2 weeks. Many of them, politicians who came here. I know many of them because we saw them. But they are back in Nigeria, going about it like normal. Very soon now, they'll start pretending that, hey, meanwhile they've infected the old people in their village already. All the old people that they give food to. Some of them don't get coronavirus now. And it's not that one is wishing you evil or wishing you bad. It's just to let you know that the heartless people who could have at least, someone said, what happened to Italy? Do they not have good health care? The coronavirus not killed them? That's what an on-boot slave would say. Okay, an on-boot slave. That's what he would say. Because he doesn't even understand it. Okay, he doesn't understand it. If what you should be saying is, if Italy, that has one of the best medical facilities in the world, if they can be overwhelmed by the effect of the virus, what will happen to Nigeria? That's the question you should be asking, not stupid questions on social media that what happened to Italy, even London that has everything. What happened? Are they not dying? You are just being foolish, and your foolishness is contagious as well. There are many foolish people like you who probably think like you as well. And that's not right. Italy has the capacity to take care of themselves until coronavirus came. Do Nigeria have the capacity to protect you? Can your local government right now provide a befitting health center for you if any people get infected in your village right now as you are watching me? or you are just sitting there in Turkey, in America, blasting rubbish because they just took you out of Nigeria. They couldn't take Nigeria out of you, many of you. That's why we say some of you, even though you don't live in Nigeria, you are just sort of an international Buhari Didiris. You're not different from those, what do you call it, born to suffer, Buhari Dins, Buhari Didiris, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, the Unekaris, the Buhari Shukus, the Ngoziaris in Nigeria. You're not really better than them. They took you out of Nigeria to see the world, but they didn't take Nigeria out of you. You are still, you are still as illiterate as you were before you left that country. You've learned nothing. So that is why some of you will probably turn this on its head, just the way it comes to you. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. I think I've enjoyed myself enough, and if I have another time later today, we'll talk about this. So it don't happen, it don't shell. Something bigger than the Kaaba is taking over the Aso Rock. Baba Gana Kingibe, you remember him? Some of you don't know that Baba Gana Kingibe is now back in government, and it was thanks to Buhari. Baba Gana Kingibe was MKO Abiola's running mate, if I am not mistaken. In 1993 election that Babangida annulled. Immediately after the annulment, Babangida handed over, he handed over power to Shonekon to spite Abiola and the Southwest people at the time, the people of Southwest. Then after that, Abacha took over government, overthrew Shonekon, and he brought Baba Gana Kingibe and Buhari back from retirement. Buhari that was overthrown 10 years or let's say 9 years earlier came back to power to become Petroleum Trust Fund chairman under Abacha. Baba Gana Kingibe betrayed Abiola. Even when Abiola was sent to prison, Baba Gana Kingibe was in Aso Rock, in Palace, enjoying. He actually endorsed Abacha's government and he got the protection he needed. After that, Baba Gana Kingibe tried to be president of Nigeria many times. Buhari also tried to be president of Nigeria many times. Then eventually the prayer answered. The Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didirins, the Buhari Denotus and the Buhari Dijatus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaris and the Buhari Shukus, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves and the sophisticated morons, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu Madus, and the Buhari idiots. They brought Buhari to power. Again, Baba Gana Kingibe was taken out of retirement. He was even being touted to succeed Buhari in 2023 among the power play of 2023 by the Kaaba, according to those who know them better. They said Baba Gana Kingibe is one of the Kaaba. When you mentioned Maman Daura and you mentioned Abba Kyari, you must mention Baba Gana Kingibe in Buhari's kitchen cabinet. Baba Gana Kingibe, since Abba Kyari is positive of coronavirus, Baba Gana Kingibe has run out of Aso Rock for his own self-isolation too. He is over 70. Buhari is being locked up in one room right now as well because he is over 70. Oshibajo, the fake Pastor Ruga Oshibajo, is also self-isolating. The only, another one, Garbage Shehu and Femi Onuadeshina, they are also on the run from coronavirus, which entered Aso Rock without knocking. It walked in, it took space, spread, grill, in lips, in pounds, and he is dealing with those who have been dealing with you in the last 5 years. 40,000 Nigerians dead, 40,000 Nigerians killed by Boko Haram, bandits, SARS, police, soldiers, civil defense, including the FRSC. So what do you expect? Something more powerful. Something that doesn't even check your ID card. It doesn't even check the protocol. It doesn't respect protocol. A disease that many poor Nigerians are now saying is doing well in Nigeria. Hi. I'm just being sarcastic there. You know, when I'm coming to the end of my broadcast, I love sharing you all because sometimes it's not always about the gloom and the doom. Sometimes it's just about life, learning to stay alive. Coronavirus is doing a great job in Aso Rock, Nigerians will tell you. They say Corona is doing well in Nigeria. If we come to think about it, it's like coronavirus is doing well in Nigeria. Hi, it is doing well. So far, so good. Everyone is trying to be safe. Those who are supposed to lead by example, they refuse to because they are irresponsible people. So do not feel sorry for them. My message to you this morning is, do not feel sorry for them. Do not be dragged into having an emotional blah, blah, blah for them. You should now start watching them like you are watching the Telemundo. You know Telemundo? Series every day. It changes every day. Telemundo. I've never watched one, but I've seen people wrote about it on social media, and I believe it's something funny. That it's like a series. Telemundo. Watch them, mock them, laugh at them, because that's what they do about you when they are in their confined comfort zones, when they sit together and they are talking about the poor people. They say, man, these poor people don't even understand it. They think money grows on trees. You fucking thieves, privileged thieves. They talk about poor people. I've heard few. You see all these poor people, you see Nigerians, they don't want to work. They love free money. They just want you to give them money from a politician that is collecting nearly 30 million for doing nothing. Nigerians just love they want to take and take from you. The youth, they can't work. They're so lazy. From a politician that is buying a private car, like he's buying a private pant. Lazy, unproductive animals. Don't feel sorry for them. Do not feel sorry for them. And that does not make you a bad person, okay? Don't pretend, don't join them. If anybody abuses you, okay, as we always do. I know some of them will be abusing me right now in the comments. When you see them, give it to them. Don't feel sorry for them, and don't let anybody use political correctness to make you feel bad. Me, I know they feel bad when I talk about them. I don't feel anything. I don't feel bad. I feel better when I talk about them the way I feel about them. So if you feel any way about them or anyhow about them, say it with your chest. If anybody disagrees with that and they start bringing their usual Nigeria, they love this fear. They will tell you, you will see what God can do. God can mean nothing. God cannot do anything to you because you have done nothing wrong. Don't listen to those lily-livered cowards. Political correctness, they love to be politically correct. Who wants to be politically correct when you are talking about something that needs to hit them? COVID-19 virus. That one is what will come later. I've told you about that. The COVID-19 virus. That one is the combination of COVID-19 plus hunger. Recession is coming. That's the one Buhari is codedly telling you. That's the one that our own this thing will be dealing with too. Not be only coronavirus, so we'll be dealing with COVID-19 virus. Think about that. That one is different. What Buhari and Abba Kyari and the Kaaba in Aso, they can't even meet. See how wonderful. See how wonderful things can be. They are not supposed to meet anyway, but I'm just saying. They can meet. None of them go hear from Buhari again for the next, God knows when. Femi Okonu Adesina is going to go mad on Facebook very soon because he is also like he's like the senior captain. It's like a captain of the, what do you call it, of those people who are suffering from the Buhari titis, like, you know, this Buhari idiot and all that. He's going to come up soon and start telling us what Bible says about not wishing people dead. Ogbeni, the foreign brain. You see, Ogbeni, to ba fe kabuku, ofeni, Bansho. Oh God, you know. So they are going to come out to write nonsense and say something, but please don't let your emotion. Your emotion. Don't let it, don't let it get to you. That's what they always appeal to. Do you want? What if you get it too? What if you don't listen to them? Speak your mind. That's the only way you can have a clean mind and a sort of a peaceful heart. It works for me when you speak out your mind. When you say your mind, it makes you feel like relieved. They are criminals. They are animals. Yet they should never be pitied. And those who deserve your pity should get it. And if you desire to pity them, let it be by choice. Not because you are afraid that, what if it's you? If it's you, my brothers and sisters, they won't even think about you inside the Aso Rock. They won't. They will just add it to the numbers. How many people dead? Abi? So why are you wasting your sorry? Why are you wasting your sympathy? Why are you wasting your feeling? Something you should keep. Some of us are going to need it. So many people are going to need it. The people who are supposed to put a better thing in place so that if this finally hits home, at least we can be rest assured that we can save lives. Look at our biology students. Some of them are now DJs. Some of them are now Yahoo boys. They are now bearing different names. You won't even believe that they actually study medicine. You'll be like, I remember when Lekon was studying medicine. He dropped out at 200 level because he couldn't afford it anymore. Now Lekon is an IT professional. Lekon is doing well. He's now a professional. He is also contributing. But look at us now. What if Lekon was a biologist and eventually developed the cure for malaria, the cure for coronavirus and the rest of that? It would have been more because maybe, we would have had more people doing the same if the system encourages them. Since the system doesn't encourage them, they have to survive anyway. Some of you are now into different things, not what you studied in school anymore, because that's what the situation has made you, and they have told you to adapt to that. So they have made essential jobs, essential courses that really work for the society. They make them look like, except if you have passion for it. Imagine that you're a doctor, you save lives. The most precious things in this world, lives. That's your job. Then someone who is supposed to make that easier for you. Someone who is supposed to recognize and appreciate what you do. Someone who should know that without you, we are not safe, we are not healthy. Is downplaying that, and he has supporters who says you're asking for too much. Now here we are. We can no longer run to, to the accountant. We can no longer run to technicians. We're now looking up to doctors, people to come in. They're even calling people who have retired to come back in and help. At some point, yes, people will have to do it to save humanity. That's how serious it is now. All over the world, people are contributing to help the healthcare sector now. So we will need that. But probably it wouldn't have been much stressful if they are being real and honest with you. But they were not. They will never be. But this may be their own karma, like many of you will say. Thank you so much for your time, and I sign out. Alexa, turn it up to 7.
Everybody and take your office to revenge. Oh yeah, now, all the Buhari, we dey beg you. Make Nigeria no go suffer for your head. Yes, sir. After the election, where them do, still they wait to see the change. All the promise when they make, they gonna be like say they're fake you. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want it food. But since you don't let the eyes of faith, we don't tire to complain. You know we're running for the youth.